Alright, hello. Today we are going to be doing a quick little reaction to the Lightfall trailer that just dropped today, showing off weapons and gear for this coming expansion and season. Now, with this coming up and the whole, end of season stuff, and then this, it's nice that they're kind of starting to do this early, so we kind of know what to expect, and we get interested in what's going on. So that, with that being said, sit back, relax, enjoy the reaction. Sorry, I just woke up. I tried to get a couple extra hours of sleep. I did not sleep well last night. So yeah, let's put this in the full screen and begin. New sidearm. Oh, that's the new exotic? Hold on. Final warning, charge tracking rounds. It has the cryosthesia kind of look to it. It is a strand weapon. Nice. Oh, a new. It's a. Oh. Car- Cartridge facade. Grapple gives woven mail. So you're going to give hunters flinch resistance, right? That's what you're doing? So then there's grapple, get it, instant flinch resistance. That's a new sniper rifle too. Barricade spawns additional lashes. Ambient leap. Oh! Grenades create tangles on kills. So that turns into a strand weapon. Oh. New boots. Destroying tangle spawns treadlings. So a stasis glaive is coming. One that can shoot freezing orbs. Okay, so hold on. So that's a new hand cannon, obviously, with the big ass suppressor. Strand, obviously they show off, and I think that's the new LMG. Now, I want to talk about a couple things. First off, I like that they're showing off the strand weapons coming early. I think with showing off these weapons, we're going to get one of those weapons either off the rip, which is probably going to be the LMG, and then there's going to be a quest for the stasis one. Or the strand one. Because it's kind of like Cryosthesia's thing. So it shoots a normal round. It's full auto, clearly. And then once it's charged up with kills, you can send those tracking rounds. Rhythmic debuffs. So this is probably how this works. So on your first shot, it will weaken enemies. And then the 16th shot, it'll make them explode. Now, the reason I think we're probably going to get this first is probably because they're going to make it the easiest to try to get the catalyst in for. They're going to want people using this probably in PvE. Because, let's just let things go. So what this does in PvE is it allows you to get kind of like a idea of if you want to use volatile weaken enemies, but you don't want to use a void specifically to do that, you have an option. Also, it looks to me they're bringing in the a old Vanguard scout rifle right here. So Woven Mail. Woven Mail is probably going to be, I hope it's a thing that most of the classes can get after grappling. Or at the very least you can get it somehow. Because I think if you keep only one class having the ability to have flinch resistance, you're setting the entire season up to be, well, hunters are only going to use strand. They're only going to wear woven mail. They're going to spec into the grenade like crazy. They're going to use some way of doing that. And oh, I got flinched. Oh well. You die anyways. Yeah, you're really setting up the season to look bad there. Just a thought. Because I can definitely see that happening within the first couple days. Because that's what's going to happen. People are going to go try to get strand day one. And that's when it's just going to be another stasis thing. Oh, it's not going to be because of the super this time. It's because you're going to try to flinch someone who's sniping at you. And, oh, he just used woven mail. I'm screwed. So, there's a thought. Now, I know what they're thinking. They were thinking it for PvE, but that just showed in PvP. So, it really makes me question why we're doing this whole... Well, we still care about PvP. We know you guys have been talking about flinch a lot, so we made a counter for that. Yeah, just switch my character. Completely grind out a character. Try to get grenade energy ready for strand, along with some mobility because I'm a hunter. And hope to God that, I can get the new exotic from a Master or Legend Lost Sector. I don't think that's fair that we're giving hunters basically free shit. While the other classes, if they don't have woven mail into them, what's the point? Seriously, like, what's the point of this idea of woven mail being something and it not? Um, there better be something for the other classes that allow them to get flinch resistance as well. Because, you see, they're showing sniping. So, of course, the sniping is still heavy, but it decreases that. But I know everyone's going to be talking about it and hating on it, and they're gonna nerf it again. That's what I'm gonna hate about it. Okay, so barricade spawns additional lashes. So what this looks like to me is when Titans slide now, and then they do their melee. At least with Strand, they're gonna get the ability to send out like one blade of Strand enemy that will tangle an opponent. What this tells me is now if you're running a barricade with this exotic on, and you're using the rally one, you spawn two. So it's a slide, barricade, lashes. It takes away, I think, having to use that um, whole melee. Now, Quicksilver Storm creates tangles on kills. So tangles tell me that there's going to be this specific thing that can happen. So that's a tangle. So if someone's running Quicksilver Storm, they kill a bunch of things, and then get a grenade, their grenade can spawn a tangle on the kill. Then they can throw it and everything. But this is where the new Warlock boots come in, and which I'm already not a fan of how these look. Specifically, I don't like this little spike here, because why do you have a spike? You don't want to run that fast? What's with these like interlocking chain things? Destroying Tangle makes shredlings. Shredlings are seekers that will come out and kill enemies. Now, see, what I don't like about that is how, like, you're going to have to tell us how we make tangles. Because to have to use another exotic just to get it done defeats the whole purpose of that exotic. Oh, I can only create tangles if I'm using Quicksilver Storm. That means you're telling me I have to use an auto rifle to make this exotic work. Unless somehow there's a aspect for the Warlock that allows for, after multi-kills, to create a tangle, and then you just destroy it. The first Stasis Glaive, because they've really trying to hold this whole glaive thing out. So yeah. I don't like the fact that they're not showing off the Warlock at all. Warlock weapon. I think they're just using it to show off Stasis here. But that's new. That looks like if Rose decided to be upgraded with a laser sight a freaking iron sight, and then they put a suppressor on it for some reason. So we got the people of New Moon City, Cabal, Witness, Osiris. And, then you got the Strand stuff and everything. Not the Strand. So yeah, that was one day I wish an exotic warlock gear will make the game plain so we can live. Hold on. um, they're pretty PvP focused. So you're telling me that all these are PvP focused? I'm sorry, that's not the case. None of these weapons are PvP focused. Do you think at PvP you're going to get enough rounds to get 16 shots off with an LMG? And you're going to use an exotic only to use the heavy so you can go in crazy? You better hope to God you're in Mayhem. That's all I'm going to say. And the tracking rounds on a sidearm, you have to get a kill. You have to get multi-kills first. That's what it looks like. So let's look final warning. Charge tracking rounds. So it's pushed over. That's a kill. So you have to get a kill. And then you get a tracking round. But this is showing off in PvE. That's the thing. They're showing off these weapons in PvE because they don't want people to see the PvP. So yeah. Again, this exotic is going to irritate me. So you see, you get shot, barely moved. Boom. That, to me, screams we really wanted to make this hunter-based. And we're just giving the other classes other things for PvE. That's what I hate. But with that being said, I'm going to end this. This video will be uploaded today. I have enough time. I will see you guys on Thursday over on Twitch. If you don't know me on Twitch, it's just the same as this name. Twitch TV/quiet_coyote, zeros instead of the O's. Because, well, half the time that's how the viewer base goes. But no. Also, I just uploaded the VOD for the Dead Space playthrough we just did. That should be up by now. I'll link it in the bottom of this video. You guys can check that out. And then you can check us out over on Twitch when we play that again next Monday. I'm guessing the TWAB this week is going to go over um, a lot of ability or armor changes because the last TWAB was very weapon based. So, considering we have what Lightfall drops the 21st, 28th. So that means we have a month. So there's gonna be one, two, three, four, um, four TWABs prior to that. So they're probably going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. So if it was guns next week, there's going to be ability and armor, and there's going to be 2 weeks of probably talking about changes to. Um, no, they already talked about the internet changes to vendors. So there's probably going to be. We'll probably have the last 2 weeks of the season really talking about abilities and armor. And probably when they talk about abilities, it'll probably be my guess. They're gonna talk about abilities right before it, so we can get hyped for that Tuesday reset. So yeah, the 23rd, probably your best bet for seeing ability changes coming. I know I already did the outro, but this is just another thing we're gonna talk about. Is 23rd will probably be abilities. The 16th will be armor changes, and then this Thursday and the following Thursday, because it's already February. February's tomorrow. There's probably going to be something more talking about like end of season stuff, like the new mission that we're supposed to be getting to hype us up. That will probably happen on the 9th. Because it's going to be 2 weeks before the season goes out, so they're going to probably want you to do something with it. So this TWAB is probably just going to be really light, talking about some issues, some testing, really trying to get you hyped up for Lightfall, especially after this. I couldn't see doing a ability TWAB right after showing off the gear. I know people are probably already excited about half the stuff. If you're an anti-flinch fan, you're like, great, now he's got to pull up the hunter because I need to get a headpiece ready, and I need to get my. You already know bomber's going to be a thing. Dodging will give you grenade energy. They're probably going to run, wall of striking in PvE for that flinch resistance. Because no, wall of striking doesn't do that. What's the reduces melee, reduces grenade on melee. It must be a soul. I think it's a solar one, but and then you have, they're going to spec heavy into their gloves, their chest piece, and their boots for grenade energy. Put grenade energy on their hunter cloak. Because I can definitely see them having, they're going to want mobility and grenade energy to be heavy with their, that, especially if they're going for that exotic, they're going to want that to be spec into discipline. So at very least they get a 90 to 100. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on how I feel about that. I don't think I'm gonna like the hunter or the titan exotic all that much, because what it looks like you have to do is you have to slide. You have a couple seconds, and then you can do your barricade. I'm not a fan of having to slide into something to do another thing. That's why even though I like Arc Warlock, I've gotten so used to doing it. It's muscle memory when I'm on Arc. But I think I think it could have been something else. It could have been a good thing to have, it multi kills can extend the super of the strand. I think Titans need something like that because it's not so much for the DPS. I think it's more so for ad clear would be helpful for them. Because yeah, they have hammers and everything, but like you want to make Strand look good. Um, and I don't think you make it look good if your main subclass is not looking good. The Warlock one, they really didn't show that much off for the Warlock one, which kind of irritates me because we haven't really seen anything. Like they showed us grapple with the hunter, and they showed us the other stuff. The only thing they showed us for the thing was making the tanglings, but like I'm sorry, that's not really that interesting to me. I think the tanglings are just going to be another thing that people complain about, like how they complain about Cold Snap. And then when Osmancy came into the work, it made Cold Snap better for Warlocks, but people complained about how the Seekers were going way too fast, which they were, but people are going to do that for this now too. So I have a feeling people are going to be irritated by that. I'm already irritated by the fact that hunters get a free frickin' anti-flinch. I think that's stupid. Because here's the thing. Here's what's gonna happen now. Now they said flinch resistance, right? Okay. What gun in Destiny 2 is the biggest problem with flinch? It has no flinch whatsoever. None. Hand cannon. Ariana's Vow? Like, they showed a sniper. Yeah, that... Okay, cool. But Ariana's Vow was going to get an indirect buff from this because, one, it's a special. Two, it's an exotic, and we know hunters love their hand cannon. They're going to run the reload thing. And it's increased flinch resistance. Yeah, sure, they showed off a new sniper, and I would love to talk about the new sniper, but I'm not a fan of. It's like, well, hey, do you want to play your warlock, but you don't like flinch? You should play your hunter. Play your hunter more. Like, they're not already the most played class. Go into a crucible. Go into a tower and see how many hunters you spot. They want to make them the DPS class. Well, now I grapple. Now I have flinch resistance. Hey guys, I can help now. What the fuck? Why? Why? Like, Woven Mail better be something that the other classes can get from kills with their strand abilities, because you're already saying that Woven Mail does this. If you make it only a one class thing, how are you going to be able to properly see what the other classes can do with Strand? You make one class way better because of this one exotic. What does that mean for the other classes? We already know Titans are probably one of the least played. Yeah, sure, you see them a lot, but how many people just have a Titan as their second character so they can just kill shit? Whenever you see PvP clips, what class is it from? Sure, you see the occasional Titan and Warlock one, but how often do you see... oh, well, I use this, did this, I did this with my hunter, I got these... That's just my thoughts. But I'm going to stop. This is like already going on to a half-hour long discussion, and this video will probably take a while. So with that being said, guys, I will see you Thursday. I'll make sure to link all those things along with my Twitch, the VOD that's uploaded on this channel, and yeah. So yeah, I suck at outros. If you see my streams, you know why. See ya.